Hello everyone, my name is Tech and welcome to my first Reddit reaction video. Today we are going to be looking at Reddit Am I the Asshole? We're going to be seeing some people ruin friendships, ruin family relationships, and even worse, ruin weddings. Because no one should be ruining weddings, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope y'all enjoy. Let's get into it. No more further ado, let's go. What I've done today is I'm going by top of this month. We're going to read through some titles, see what catches our eye, and go from there. Am I the asshole for ruining Christmas, quote unquote, and being upset the only gifts I got from my family were joke gifts? Why don't we find out? Some background. My family likes to play pranks with Christmas and birthday gifts. It's nothing new. I, a 21 female, as well as my 5 siblings from 29 to 37 years old. Ooh, you're the youngest too. You're just getting, like, shit rolls downhill with this one, doesn't it? Have all been pranked on our birthdays and on Christmas, and usually it's one of our 2 gifts. Only 2 gifts? Oof. That's rough. Especially, like, if the only gifts you're receiving are 2, and at minimum one of them is a joke gift, like, that can feel bad. Like, I don't know. For me, Christmas is about giving gifts that mean something, that have, like, worth and help people or make them, like, happy because they're gonna have fun with it, or it's gonna be useful to them in their lives. It just, like, joke gifts are great if you have some, like, actually useful gifts to back it up. This Christmas, though, I was the only person to get all joke gifts. For example, I unwrapped a MacBook for my brother, but when I opened it, it was just some chocolate, which I don't eat, so I gave it away. And the MacBook was actually given to my sister inside a bag she wanted. Another gift was what I thought was a book I put on my Christmas list, but it was actually just the book cover put on a dictionary. When I asked my mom about the book, she told me she gave it to my sister-in-law. Oh no, that's so mean. Don't, like, the MacBook, but there's just chocolate inside. That's on the level of, like, a parent. This is a parent, like, buying their 10-year-old a PS5 and then just putting a brick inside of it and being like, ha ha ha, I just bought a box. You don't get a PS5, kid. Like, that's such a cruel gift. I don't like that one bit. Okay, I'm already leaning that this person's not the asshole. This went on with each present my siblings or parents had given me. AirPods was just a charger block adapter. Gift cards were used and had $0 balance, a card with Monopoly money, and so on, totaling about 12 joke gifts. 12 joke gifts! What? I realized I went out of my way to get everyone something they wanted or they'd like, or they didn't get anything. At this point, I was bummed, so I went to the living room to watch TV with my boyfriend. At dinner, your boyfriend was there and you didn't get a good gift? Wait a minute. Your boyfriend is physically there and he didn't even get you a good gift? What is going on? Or did, like, you do gift exchange with your boyfriend outside of this family get-together? This is wild. At dinner, they were all talking about how much they loved their gifts, and when my dad asked why I hadn't said anything about mine, I said there wasn't much to say. Everyone but my boyfriend laughed, and my mom said it was no big deal, as everyone else also got some joke gifts. I told her every gift I got was a joke gift, and that the ones they got was also followed by the real one. My dad told me I needed to relax, as I'm making a big deal about it, and I'd have next Christmas to get stuff on my list. Next Christmas? What? No. This isn't okay. This is not okay. Yeah, Cindy, get over yourself. You got all joke gifts. You got next Christmas. We won't do it again another year, will we? Not wanting to go back and forth, I told my boyfriend I wanted to leave and we can spend the rest of Christmas break with his family, then go home. My family got mad and told me not to go and to just stay because it wasn't serious. I left and put my phone on Do Not Disturb during the drive, and by the time we got to my boyfriend's parents' house, I had several missed calls and texts from them calling me names like ungrateful, sensitive, and childish. They said I ruined Christmas and made my parents upset because I left. The next day, I exchanged and opened gifts with my boyfriend and his family, and one of the gifts I had gotten was the book I wanted. The book my mom pretended to gift me. Oh, thank God. The boyfriend was giving gifts at his parents' house. Okay, makes sense. This is good. This is very good. it's like advisable that if you're going to be at like a gift giving event, um, maybe bring at least one gift for at least your significant other at that event, maybe some other people. Um, just so they have something to open from you at the time. And then you can have like all your major gifts when you get home and or with their family or whatever you're doing. Where was I here? I posted it on Instagram story, and not even 0 minutes after posting it, my sister sent a screenshot of my story to the family group chat, and they basically got mad at me for leaving and telling me I ruined Christmas over some presents. They told me I owe everyone, especially my parents, an apology because my mom spent New Year's sad because of my actions. Boo fucking who. Now I just want an outside party to tell me if I'm the asshole. Am I in the wrong for being upset about the gifts and leaving? After reading their messages and sitting on this for a few days, I'm now feeling like maybe I was upset over nothing and need to apologize to them. Star. Gonna edit as there may have been some misunderstanding. My Christmas list didn't include expensive gifts, nor was I upset I didn't receive expensive gifts. I was merely upset because being pranked was everything I got, and being the only person who didn't get a real present, that is all. Another thing I'll address is I didn't didn't do anything to my family which would warrant them doing this. The last big argument I had was with my sister, which was over 1.5 years ago. Thank you for the replies, and I will try my best to reply to comments while I'm at work. Editing once more to add I participated in joke gifts when I was a kid. I haven't participated in the last 10 plus years because I didn't enjoy it or find it funny, which they do. I will reply with more info if needed when I'm on break or have time to reply. I'm familiar with the term scapegoat, but truthfully don't fully understand, so I'll research that. Oh no. Okay, so maybe I should have saved the edits for afterwards. I don't think this person is the asshole by any stretch of the imagination. This is like unconscionable behavior by the family that, like, maybe it was circumstance. Like, devil's advocate here. Maybe it was just circumstantial that everyone decided that, like, their most ripping, like, joke gift was going to go to the sister this year because they hadn't hit her up, like, in a while. But the statistics on, like, 100% of the family giving a joke gift and no one giving anything real is unreal to me. Do not apologize. Your family sucks and you've done nothing wrong. I would write something like this in the group chat. Happy New Year's, guys. I understand my mom is sad that I left on Christmas, but you need to understand that you all made me sad on Christmas Day. I did not receive a single thoughtful gift from you guys, not one. Every single gift I opened was a prank, where the joke was that you actually didn't get me something I would like, but something intentionally got to upset me. My hope is that you all just didn't realize that every single gift given to me was meant as a joke, but it was, every single one. It isn't being ungrateful to be disappointed in that, and I think you all know that. I'm ready to move on from this disappointing Christmas and believe you that next year will be different, but I will not be apologizing for leaving on Christmas when you all hurt me. More succinctly, oh my god, I can't read that. Succinctly, that's the word. More succinctly, the biggest prank you played that night was fooling me into thinking I had a family that loved me beforehand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. That's so bad. Oh no. The biggest irony is calling her ungrateful when they literally gave her nothing to be grateful for. The worst part of this is back up here in the story is so they gave her the box of the MacBook and then gave her sister-in-law the MacBook in a bag she wanted and money on it that was like a Louis Vuitton bag or something. So she got like a nice purse with a MacBook in it, and this girl's getting a MacBook box with a crunchy with like a crunch bar. It's just there's no way. There's just no way. This is unbelievable. Not the asshole. Pray for this person and their family. I hope the boyfriend and their family treated her so much better. Oh my god, that's a funny one. Let's find another one. Am I the asshole for kicking my daughter out of my house for being pregnant? Probably, if I had to be honest, but let's find out. This sounds great. It's been locked. That's how much discourse is going on with this. It's been locked, guys. Oh my god. I, a 45-year-old female, have a 27-year-old daughter. She has 6 kids between the ages of 10 to 11 months. No. She has 6 kids between the ages of 10 to 11 months. There are 3 different fathers. She receives child support from 2 of them, and she is still with the 3rd one, and they have been for 5 years. I think this is 10 to 11 years. This can't be months. Like, physiologically impossible. Scientifically impossible. Okay, we'll just go with it. The 10 to 11 months, years, whatever. My daughter works part-time, and her fiance is a chef full-time. They have lived with us for the past year and a half due to getting evicted from their last home. The kids and them have our upstairs bedrooms. There's 2. That's still crowded for 6 children. They're constantly asking me for help with phone bills. My husband and I have asked for no rent so they'd be able to save money to get a home, which I do not believe they were doing. I have put up with loud voices throughout all the hours and waking up at different hours to cater to children because I love my grandchildren. I never complain to my daughter because I believe family is very important. It's just that my children are all grown up. My youngest moved out 4 years ago, and my husband and I had hopes to remodel. We didn't expect them to be living here this long. On Christmas Eve, my daughter gathered us all around and announced they were pregnant with baby number 7. Use a condom, y'all. Use protection. Just stop. Find a moment and stop. Everyone was all excited, but I felt dread. That would mean another child in our house with not much room. I looked over at my husband and could tell he felt the same. We discussed later and decided we were going to have to ask them to move out. Last night at dinner, I brought it up to my daughter and her boyfriend, and we told them they have 2 months to find a place because we can have another child here. My daughter had started crying, saying she couldn't believe I'd throw her to the streets for having a baby. That this was completely unfair and not enough time. I told her I was sorry. It was painful for me as well, but these living conditions were impossible. She demanded I give her more time or she'd go to the courts, and I told her, newsflash, the courts only give you 30 days. Ha! What do you know? She then said my grandchildren were going to be homeless because I was selfish. She made a Facebook post asking for rooms to rent because she's pregnant and has nowhere to go, and her family don't give a shit about her. Am I the asshole? No. No. Once again, this is a no verdict off the bat for me. There's no in-betweens on this one. Having 6 kids, God knows what actual age is, because this makes no sense. With a newborn on the way, making 7, in what sounds like a max 3-bedroom house, impossible. You do not hold, as a parent, that much obligation to your children. I can see why this post is locked. This thread is now locked due to excessive rule violations. First comment, not the asshole, but it would have been better to set boundaries a long time ago. Your daughter and her boyfriend need to grow up. Maybe this will be a life lesson for them. I do agree that it would be good to extend the deadline a bit, but then compromise by charging rent and, for instance, saving it for them for a future rental place. Nah, that's... They done past the, like, charitable, I'll save money by charging your rent kind of thing. Not the asshole, your daughter is essentially a bad mother. Yes, I said it. To have 6 kids with 3 different people are not the issue fully, but the fact she can fully care for the one she has now and choose to risk having another one causing even more issues for the one she has reveals that. This will be a long-term issue for you and your daughter, though. She'll use this against you because she cannot see the F up she is as a person in the choices she made. So you have some choices to make. What do you do for your grandkids? Do you offer to help them pay some of their rent to ensure they can have a home? Are you willing to kick her out but help to make sure they can make ends meet just so they are not there? Or are you willing to just say F her and let her sink and such? It is clear she will sink without help. If you're willing to help, then tell her so, but you will give them X a month to help cover costs of the rent and such. But she needs tough love. You might need to speak hard at her. Tell her she's a failure as a mother for not making sure she can raise the kids she has without having to seek help from you and your husband. that she is a bad mom for allowing herself to be in a position to get pregnant, knowing how hard she has made it for her kids. It has nothing to do with she is with man 3, aka father 3, but the fact that she has 6 kids, now will be 7, can't even afford a cell phone bill when they was all living rent-free with you, and likely all other bills free too. Till she can grow up and make things better for herself and her kids, this is more important. She will never have much of a life. Her kids will grow to resent the life they had due to her shortcomings as a mother, brought on all on by her choices to have more kids. Oh my god, this holy yeah. I think the overarching feeling here is definitely a not the asshole. This is definitely a mother who is at the end of her rope in terms of dealing with 6 kids. And I think she's making the right choice to not deal with a 7th, especially a newborn 7th. Oh my god, how bad that would be. Okay, on to another one. Am I the asshole for not inviting my friend's husband to dinner because he eats way too much? Yeah, possibly. My friend has been married for a year now to her firefighter husband. Dope. She's the only one on the friend group chat that is married. I usually host dinners every couple of months, and we are going to do a late one for the holidays on Friday. I usually invite him, but money has gotten tight due to the holidays, and he eats so much. I understand why, but it always results in my having to double recipes or I run out of food. So this time, I told everyone that I want to just do girls' night. This means my friend's husband's not invited. If he isn't there, that there is enough food for everyone without it double recipes. Oh, God, grammar. She called me asking why I'm doing a girls' night. I told her the truth that I can't afford to make double for dinner and her husband eats a lot. This is... Hold on. The math on this doesn't work. Let's say you had like 4 girlfriends, so it's like 5 girls. One of them is married, and that one fireman is eating 5 girls worth of food. If you have to double your recipes, he eats 5 girls worth of food. If he's like big beefcake, maybe, but I severely doubt this is the case. I bet he's eating a pretty normal man-sized portion, and I bet she's already underserving people in normal portions in the first place. She called me to ask why I'm doing a girls' night. I told her the truth that I can't afford to make double for dinner. Her husband eats a lot. She called me a jag-off, and now she is telling my friends why. Everyone's split, no one's offering to help with the food bill. Oh my god. I will give the group the option to Venmo me some money or change it to potluck. Never mind, I'll be canceling it. I'll get off Reddit, so last response. Oh my gosh, she got torn up in the comments, didn't she? This is like the most benign asshole. The most normal standard the asshole here. It's not anything crazy. You don't want to put the bill for dinner. Makes sense. You could have gone about it a different way, but like in the end, you didn't hurt anybody in what you were doing. So like, sure, you're the asshole, but it's like normal everyday asshole. People are gonna get over it. You'll be forgiven. Is he insisting on more food? You also didn't need to tell her the real reason if you didn't want to, and you've probably made him feel shitty. I mean, lie to your girlfriends and find out later and make it worse, or be truthful with your girlfriends, and it's probably going to be less worse out front. I always take the truthful route. I always like, probably should just be truthful with your friends. To be honest, if money is tight, maybe don't host dinners or ask anyone to bring a dish. Then you have to pay for less yourself and they can double up their own recipe. You're the asshole and should probably have just told the group it's getting expensive and you're happy to host, but bringing dishes contributions to the cost would help instead of singling out one person and making them feel guilty for eating. But I understand times are tough and money is tight for everyone, so it can be really difficult. So I do feel for you in that sense. He eats 2 or 3 servings. He eats more than everyone else, so if I don't double it, some girls will go hungry if he gets his fill, since he will eat it all. Other option is he's still hungry, which seems to be a no sense that happened the first time and everyone was upset. Oh god, grammar is terrible. Asshole for singling out one girl's husband as like eating too much, but like I said, like soft asshole. We got a couple not the assholes here. What's this one? It's weird to me that she questioned it being a girls' night. That seems very explanatory, and sometimes you don't want to do couple things. Yeah, Sure, but that's not, it is odd unless they've like never had a girls' night. Like not once have they had a girls' night. Then she's like, why are we suddenly having a girls' night, y'all? Why? It can't be because my husband eats 3 portions. Maybe Chica. Maybe it's that. Oh my gosh. All right, let's find one more. One more. Am I the asshole for last minute declining to go to a friend's wedding that is dry on New Year's Eve? All right, my opinion, really, but like, you know, if your requirement for going to a party is alcohol has to be there, you're a problem. Flat out. Like, figure out how to have fun without alcohol, and the times that you do get to have alcohol will be more fun. Flat out. Be a fun person, then add alcohol, and maybe you're more fun, maybe you're not. I don't know, but like, figure out how to have fun without alcohol, please. It's for your health and everybody involved. Okay, on to the post. My buddy, 33 male, is getting married to a girl that our friend group is not in love with. Okay, you're framing the situation already. He loves her though, so we support him. We have known for months this was a New Year's Eve wedding. Fucking wild. I RSVP'd yes months ago with my wife. Several friends and I operated under the assumption that there would be booze at the wedding, especially considering it's New Year's Eve. Well, I found out yesterday that it's a dry wedding. Turns out it's because of his fiance and her family. More reasons to not like the fiance. I asked my wife if she knew this and said no and was pissed. Well, the wife is pissed. Okay. I texted the groom buddy and asked. He confirmed this. I told him this is something you should have told us a long time ago. I told him that wife and I wouldn't be going. Like, you're not going to your friend's wedding over booze. Like, I can't. I can't. Is this wedding happening at midnight? Are they gonna kiss at midnight or something? Or is this like a 2 o'clock wedding? You're gonna hang out, have fun, and like 6 o'clock rolls around, you're gonna go hit the bars and do New Year's Eve. Like, what's the actual circumstance here? Told him my wife and I wouldn't be going. He wants to spend the night. We want to spend the night drinking. God, y'all live such happy lives, don't you? I texted the rest of my family about this, and oh boy, the group chat went off. This led to several more people backing out. This is not how a bunch of us expected to spend New Year's Eve. Really, the only ones that didn't back out are the 4 members of our 12-person group that are in the wedding. Groom buddy reached out to me and went off. Pretty much, he is now overspending on catering. He's having 20-ish less guests show up than planned, and this is all last minute. I've been called an asshole, among other things, for leading the charge and people not going to the wedding. Am I the asshole? So, buddy, friend, pal, more information needed for one. When is this wedding happening? Is this a 2 o'clock wedding where you're going to get to go out and drink all night anyway? Or is this a 6 o'clock wedding where you're like, this shit's going to go until 10 or 11 and you're going to be dry the entire time? Because that kind of depends. I don't think anyone should like back out of a major event for one of their friends because alcohol isn't involved. If you're like in AA and you're going to go to an event and then they say like alcohol free range going to be there, you back your ass out. Like you back out of things because alcohol's there. You don't back out of things because alcohol isn't there. That's a problem, and y'all gotta not have problems like this. We want to spend the night drinking. I can't, even if this is a line in here. Yo, bro, I'm not gonna go to your wedding because I need to get hammered tonight. It's it's how it's gotta be. It's New Year's Eve. I gotta be smashed before 9 o'clock. I don't want to see the new year coming. This is definitely an asshole post. He's just an asshole for like the choices he's making. Choosing alcohol over friends is like asshole enough. I think everyone who also chose alcohol over friends are also assholes. I'm not the like biggest fan that the wedding is happening on New Year's Eve anyway. Like, don't host your wedding on important holidays because like look into the future here. Every anniversary for this family is gonna be New Year's Eve. Every time you want to go on like vacation and do if you want to do like your anniversary vacation or something like that, it's gonna be expensive because it's New Year's fucking Eve. I can't. It's bad idea on the groom and the groom and bride and groom. Like, bad idea on their timing. But this person's the asshole for, like, requiring alcohol to be present to enjoy themselves and be there for someone else. You're there for them. You're not there for you. Like, get your shit together. Let's read some of these comments. I love drinking, and I hate a dry wedding as much as the next guy, but you can show up to the wedding ceremony, spend an hour or two at the reception, then go get blackout drunk if that's the absolute must for you. Backing out last minute and letting your friends know he's not worth 2 hours of sobriety means you're the asshole by miles and miles. Fucking yes. 10 out of 10, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. If drinking means more to you than friendship, you might need to evaluate a few things. Yep, 10 out of 10 on that one. One info I'd like to know about the wedding is the timing of it. Yes, this. My wife just reminded me that when I was talking about the dry reception we attended was from 5 to 9 p.m. Before the majority of the guests left, it was a pretty tiny affair after 9 p.m. All right, you're the asshole, even though I totally agree with you that he should have informed in advance about the dry wedding. It's not right to cancel last minute for this reason. You can attend the ceremony and the reception for a couple of hours, then go elsewhere to drink. Yes. Just this, yes, you're the asshole. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you cancel this over fucking alcohol? Get your priorities straight, bud. Let's get them straight. Absolutely wild. Just absolutely wild. I think we got time for one more. Am I the asshole for not putting a stop to my stepdaughter correcting the food the host made? Correcting the food the host made. What is she doing? Walking in there being like, this soup needs more salt, and putting more salt in it, and it's oversalted, and just making it more of a disaster, but she had to participate. What's going on? I, a 32-year-old female, have been dating a widower with a daughter, Nara, 12 female, for a year. Okay, got it. We currently moved to a new city because of my boyfriend's job promotion. I freelance, and in the middle of settling down, Nara and I get along very well. Nara plays tennis. Since the move, she's been in the school team and competed a bit. The parents of her teammates often organize some kind of get-together, and her father and I tried our best to have her attend most of them. I would say Nara got along well with all her teammates, and I thought the parents were friendly. Last week, the team captain's parents hosted a potluck party at their place. Nara and I brought over some brownies. There really was a lot of all kinds of food. The team captain's father did most of the greeting, telling his wife was preparing something special for us all. This is sounding snootier by the second for some reason, and I can like also imagine like, you know, middle class suburbia people. But this is weirdly sounding snooty. Once everyone was at the party, the wife came out of the kitchen with a special dish, a recipe of a specific country. Now, Nara looks white, but her late mother actually came from the very country. The wife host began to serve everyone and share her recipe, ingredients, and how it was not that difficult to make once you substitute the local ingredients. And feel free to ask her for tips. That is snooty. Hi, y'all. I made some fried rice. It's from Japan. Once you substitute some of the ingredients, it can be really good and easy. If you want to ask me how to make it, just let me know. Like, what did she make? What did this lady make that she... Oh, that's just interesting. At this point, Nara spoke up, saying that the authentic recipes include such and such and how the particular scent and taste added to the whole experience of eating the dish. She said if so many substitutes were used, they may as well call the dish a different name. Very true. This is very true. I am not a culinarian. My wife is a culinarian. And there are things where you can trade out and it's basically the same stuff. But there's some things that if you trade out, like, you might as well not be making the dish you say you're making. The wife host looked a little unsettled and told Nara that she and her husband traveled a lot in their youth, and she had the dish many times and knew what it was supposed to taste like, and the substitute ingredients worked just fine. Nara then said her mom was from the dish's country of origin, and she understood that some ingredients were hard to come by, but substituting so much turned the dish into something else altogether. Okay, this kid's passionate about her mother, her passed away dead mother is passionate about like the cooking that comes from her home country. That makes sense. During all this, I mostly kept silent. Nara was not being rude, just matter of fact. As this was a matter of her heritage, I thought she could speak up. The host's wife spluttered a bit before saying everyone should just go ahead and enjoy her dish, no matter the name. Everyone tried, though nobody asked for seconds. I personally thought it was a little bland, and there was a lot of leftovers. Nara's team captain later called her, thanking her for putting her annoying stepmom in her place. Nara's team captain later called her, thanking her for putting her annoying stepmom in her place. Oh, context. Oh, that's funny. When my boyfriend came back from his business trip and learned of this, however, he thought I should have reprimanded Nara for being rude to the host. I also had a talk with Nara, and she seemed to be skulking a bit, though she was not grounded or anything. Am I the asshole? No. I'm going to just say it. I don't think this person's the asshole. I think there is opportunity here to teach this child that there's times to keep your mouth shut and just be a pleasant guest to a host. Like coming into someone's house, they cooked a meal. It's very, it's important to them that they cook this and they're sharing it with you. Like, grin and bear it is kind of like the words we would use here of just, thank you, be gracious, so polite, yay, thank you, I love it. Then you go home and you shit talk it later, being like, that wasn't whatever the dish was. It was so bland. It wasn't that great. It had so many substitutes that it might as well not be called that. And you do those privately. That's the Southern way. Tell somebody flat out hey, your food's great. I loved it. No, I'm too full for seconds, but thank you. And then you go home and you shit talk it later. But shit talking it straight up. And the girl's right and the girl's proud of her heritage. And I don't think the girl is in the wrong necessarily. It's just there is a learning moment here that this wasn't the right moment to talk about that stuff. I don't think the person's the asshole. This is obviously 12-year-olds, 13-year-old, they're discovering things. They're going to make mistakes. Let your kid make some mistakes like this. Teach them later, maybe apologize for them. But you're letting your kid express themselves. And as a step parent in this situation, it really isn't your prerogative to be the person disciplining and reprimanding the child. That's on the husband, the actual father, until you as a step parent either have permission or have gotten enough clout with the child that they respect your opinion enough to care. So not the asshole in my opinion. Reddit has deemed this person the asshole. I'm going to read some comments, kind of find out why. You're the asshole. At the point, Nara spoke up, saying the authentic recipe. Oh, okay, so talking about this, that is super fucking rude to do in public like that. Nara's not being rude. Just a matter of fact, truth and demeanor have nothing to do with being an asshole. Kids, all right, kids. They're kids. They don't understand some social cues. Things are not always apparent. And like I said, dead mother, it's a recipe from her homeland. She's obviously passionate about her heritage. And I'm assuming this white ass Karen just demolished this recipe. And I think this is fine. I really do. I really do. I agree that Nara is rude, even the asshole, but not that it was OP's job to control her behavior as a step parent of a 12-year-old. Not the asshole OP. What the hell were you supposed to do about it? Yeah, exactly. What the hell was OP supposed to do? Not the asshole. Here's an apple pie, but instead of pie crust, I'm using pears and not using cinnamon. I mean, who likes cinnamon? Instead of pie crust, I'm gonna mix the fruit in a batter. It's much easier to make it this way. Of course, it's an apple pie. I'm traveling through North America. I know apple pie. This is a great example. No, you've made a fruit tart. Congratulations. Just say the recipe is inspired by the thing I ate somewhere else, but I use ingredients that are more common here, so the flavor palette is obviously different. Nara knows what she's talking about. She can't just take a dish, change out the ingredients, and still call it the same thing. Such a colonial thing to do. So appropriative, so insufferable. Preach. You're the asshole. Nara was extremely rude. Sure, depending on your standards, Nara was rude. And teenagers, they do that. That's their teenage girls. That's their thing. This is normal. This woman opened up her home and sent time and money to prepare this meal. Nara trashed it before she even ate it. Maybe you, Nara, don't realize this, but there are different ways to prepare cultural dishes. Not everyone in a particular culture prepares their food the exact same way. This is splitting hairs. This is splitting hairs, in my opinion. Nara was rude. Low-key asshole for the rude way she acted, but not an actual problem. OP could do nothing genuinely. Like, if OP went overboard and punished the stepdaughter, the husband could have been mad about it because it's not in her purview to actually punish the stepdaughter. Who knows? Like, OP did everything they should have done. I don't. Maybe apologizing for the kid, maybe that, but whatever. Not the asshole, in my opinion. Freaking hilarious, though. Well, that was a journey of some tomfoolery and some very poor decisions by people. If y'all enjoyed the video, please like down below, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you thought I, was wrong in my interpretations of these people, whether they were asshole or not. The interaction is fun, it's discourse, it's great. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!